Alright, let me get stuff together real quick. Make sure everything on point. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get with it. So pretty much before I begin, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the aqua that's listening and learning. So today's video, this is going to be my version of camp this week because got personal things going on. I couldn't make it this week. So this is going to be my version of camp. And then, Lord willing, next week, I'll be back on Sunday, you know, with the original brother that I teach with, Tahar. I'll be back with him. And, you know, we'll get things back in order, and, you know, and get back rolling, you know. But for this week, you know, this is going to be my version of camp. And, you know, I'm just going to go within the spirit and just go ahead and, you know, just bring out the scriptures, man. So pretty much, just wanted to really get into faith. Because, you know, man, I've really just been meditating on, you know, Jacob's trouble lately. Been meditating on Jacob's trouble. Been meditating on the different things that's going on around the world, as we should be doing, you know. And we really think about, you know, the things that we're getting ready to go through. We're going to need the Lord, man. We're going to need that Psalms 91 to kick in all the time, man. Not even just a little bit. We're going to need that all the time because, you know, there's really no way you can survive this without him. Without Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man, we cannot make it. All right, we just cannot make it. So in order for us to really receive that Psalms 91, if we're part of the elect, we have to have faith. So when these things start to get real, man, and we realize we got to be on the move, we realize that, you know, we got to lose our jobs. We realize we got to put family or certain friends or whoever to the side just in case they're not rolling in the same mind like we are, because we're going to see the true colors of everybody once this Revelation 13 to 16 pop off. Once that scripture comes to life, okay, then everybody is going to really showcase who they really are. They're going to really see, we're going to really see who's on the Lord's side, and we're going to see who's on Esau's side, all right? So at the end of the day, man, you know, we really have to have faith, all right? You know, because you got to really think about it, man. We about to go in the wilderness, man. And you know, and I'm not talking about, you know, just going into the wilderness. When I say that, I mean, we're literally just going to have to just go out there in the world, man. Just literally just walk with faith, man. Because like I said, it could be at the drop of a dime. One day, you know, you at work, and the next day you go to work and they tell you, you can't even come up in here unless you have the Revelation 13 and 16. Then after that, you go home, you realize there's troops all around your neighborhood, so now you don't even want to go around there because you already know what's going to happen. If you go around there and they ask you, where's your Revelation 13 and 16, then at the end of the day, you already know they automatically going to send you to prison, or they're going to do whatever they want with you, and you really don't want to get in that situation unless Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai puts you in that situation. But for now, we don't want that, all right? So we're going to be on the move. We're going to be like pilgrims on the earth, like the scriptures say, okay? So, like I said, when it comes down to it, we realize we have to just do things on the fly, not knowing where we're going to get our next meal from, not knowing where we're going to get them, you know, our water from, shelter, you know, our necessities as far as, you know, we can get into a situation where we need, you know, aid or whatever the case may be, man. You know, we don't know where these things are going to come from, but we do know that, like the scriptures say, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to protect his elect. He's going to make sure that they eat. He's going to make sure that they drink. Okay? He's going to make sure that they are okay until the Lord returns, man. Okay? So let's go ahead and hop right into it. Let's go ahead and hop right into it. We're going to start at Revelation chapter 1, and at the very top, Revelation chapter 1, verse 1, and it says, the revelation of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, which the Most High gave it to him, to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel to his servant John, who bare record of the word of the Most High, and of the testimony of Yahweh Hamashiach, and of all things that he saw. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. The time is at hand. Luckily, well, not luckily, we are blessed to have the apostles labor the way that they have been for the past 30 plus years, 40 years, okay? They've been out there pushing this truth, and ever since they got on YouTube, this thing exploded, man. And that's through the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. So we are thankful that, they've been laboring. Now we're entering into their labors, like the scriptures say, and we must continue. Okay, we must continue. We must continue to do this work until the elect is sealed, man. So now we understand that the time is at hand. What it say? It said, blessed is he that readeth. We got to make sure that we stay within these scriptures, man. Because this is going to be our comfort. This is going to be our comfort. Let me get that real quick. Isaiah. Let me get that real quick. Because at the end of the day, man, okay, this is Isaiah chapter 33, and I'll start at 5. It says, the Lord is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He hath filled Zion with judgment and righteousness. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So this is what's going to keep us moving throughout that time. Like I said, because we're going to have that treasure, which is the fear of the Lord. And that's going to make us have faith within these times, man. Like I said, we're going to go a couple of days or a few days, maybe without eating and everything like that. And then, you got to remember, these are going to be trying times. So these are going to be times where the Most High is going to test our patience. He's going to test our endurance. He's going to see how long will you go without something until he gives you something, Like I said, especially when you think about the food part. When you think about the food part, like I said, you'd be like, man, his stomach is rumbling. Just think about it right now. Whenever you didn't eat throughout the day or whatever, you feel that sense of hunger. You like, man, I'm just ready to go to the crib or get on my lunch break. I'm just ready to eat. That feeling is not what's up. So imagine you having that feeling for the next 2 to 3 days, man. The Most High is going to try us, man. He is definitely going to try us, all right? He's going to get us to the point where he's going to be like, let me see if they're going to crack or not. But what it say right here? It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So we're going to always think about these scriptures throughout that time, man. We're going to be like, look, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua said we were going to eat, we were going to drink. We have to believe that. And that's what this whole thing, that's what this whole thing really comes down to. It comes down to belief. How much do you really believe in these scriptures? Because this is what? This is the thing that's not, faith is a substance of something that's not seen. We have not seen the Lord. We have not seen the chariots, full blown at least. We seen them in the sky, with the way that the Most High wanted us to see them. But we haven't seen the angels. We haven't seen these miracles. We're reading about these miracles and we're getting ready to experience them if we're part of the elect. But for the most part, man, we're going off what's something that's written in the book. But we believe this book, man. Why? Because Yahweh said, my lamb are going to hear me. My lamb are going to hear my words. We believe what's written in these words, man, in these scriptures. Let's go back to Revelation 1:1. All right, and let's go back to 3 again. It says, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. So like I said, man, we get down, getting all of these prophecies broken down to us. Okay, we're understanding these scriptures. And now we get to the point where we like, man, we got to keep these sayings, man. This is the only way that we're going to get out of here. Only way we're going to get out of here is if we believe, man. Like I said, that's the whole point, believing. We have to believe that these miracles are going to be performed for us. Okay? They're going to be performed, man. And we, like I said, man, we got to get to it. Let's get to Matthew 24. This scripture been coming out a lot, but hey, this is the time that we living in right now, especially with the thing with Russia and Ukraine. Okay? This is Matthew 24 and 6. It says, you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay, so we are literally in the beginning of sorrows. We are in the beginning stages of the collapse of America, Babylon the Great, man. So now that we know that we're in the beginning stages, like the scriptures say, what type of mind should we be in? Should we be in a feasting mind? You already know there's a lot of Israelites out here that's about to get ready to party in 2 weeks, man. Because you already know the Passover coming up in 2 weeks and everything like that. You already know there's a lot of jakes out here that's about to be making all the macaroni and cheese in the world, making all these different types of foods, inviting people that's not even in the truth to come over and do all these different things, man. Because you know it's gonna happen. You know it's gonna happen. Somebody gonna slip up and still film what they're doing, and we're gonna be looking at them like, look, these people are not in the spirit of mourning. These people are not fearing for their life. These people really not believing. You know, here it is. The Passover is supposed to be a high holy day where we keep it, and we're hoping that death passes us, because that's what it's all about, man. Most High told the children of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, he told you, go in the house, and he was going to set the mark, upon the people that didn't want to be killed, put the blood on the doorposts and everything like that. And so when the angels came by and slew everybody, hey, when they saw that, they went past you, man. It's the same thing now, spiritually. We're supposed to keep these high holy days so then we can have death pass us over. We don't want death to touch us, man. Just like we don't want death to touch us throughout Jacob's trouble. We want to make sure that we cool. But like I said, you already know it's going to be Israelites doing it. And it's just one channel that I've done a couple of videos on. Because, he makes up his own high holy days. This dude, I forget what his name is, and it's all right. But he literally just celebrated Yahushua Day. He celebrated Yahushua Day, man. And the thing is, he celebrated it on Christmas. But he called it Yahushua Day. He was like, yeah, fuck everybody who don't want to be a part of it and everything like that. I was like, look at Jake, man. He might be set up. He might be an agent. I'm not sure. But either way it go, man, he out here leading the flock astray, man. He out here leading the flock astray. Like I said, we supposed to be in the spirit where we're hoping we wake up the next morning after the Passover, we good. And even after that, we want to make sure that we good. Because like I said, man, every day is not guaranteed unto us. It's not guaranteed, man. The Most High can look at you and be like, man, you know what? No, judgment needs to be brought upon you right now. Okay? But like I said, we don't want that. So what do? We pray and we fast as much as we possibly can, man. But we will acknowledge these scriptures, like it said in Revelation. And like I said, verse 6, it says, you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. The end is not yet. You got a lot of Israelites now that's speaking about, talking about the destruction can come, and then the MOTB can come afterwards. That's not how it's gonna work, man. How they gonna implement the Karagma if everything's destroyed? You got a lot of bugged out jakes out here, man. Look, at the end of the day, look, Revelation 13 and 16 needs to happen first. Then the destruction is going to come. Like I said, all you got to do is read Revelation 14 and 9. When you read Revelation 14 and 9, it tells you that whoever took that is going to be in that fire, man. Let's get that real fast. Revelation 14 and 9. And it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night. Whoso worship the beast and his image, and whoso receiveth the of his name. Okay, so that's what it is, man. So what is that fire and brimstone? We already know that the fire and brimstone is the nuclear destruction. It's the nuclear destruction. So it said whoever took the Karagma was going to be in there. So how would the so how would how would people get ready and take the Garagma after the destruction when you know that the fire is coming from the nuclear destruction? This is why it said at the beginning, just like we read, blessed is he that readeth, man. You're supposed to be looking at these times. Let's get that. Let's get that, man. You're supposed to be measuring the time, man. You're supposed to be like, oh, okay, this just happened. Okay. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So this is what we're supposed to be doing, measuring the times. We seeing this prophecy happening. We seeing this prophecy happening. Then we be like, oh, okay, well, this is next. This is next. Because like I said, man, you just got to put things in order. It's really not that difficult to do. It's really not that difficult. All you got to do is just look at what's going on and be like, hey, well, this is next. Because you got to remember, you have to experience these things. Once again, Elijah got to click, man. How you going to experience Jacob's trouble, like I said, if everything is destroyed? The Most High is going to literally obliterate this place, man. Ain't nothing going to be left. It tells you that this place is going to be a big desert. So how is this place, if this place is going to be completely destroyed, how will you experience Jacob's trouble? How is it going to happen? This place has to be standing still. And then, like I said, there's a lot of things that just comes into mind, man. Why, then the Lord got to come back. The Lord is going to come back with a place that is already destroyed. Who is he going to save then? Everything going to be gone. All you got to do is this simple logic, man. You got to use the common sense sometime, man. JB always want to get into that deep knowledge, man. Just want to be super deep and everything like that. But at the end of the day, we understand that Jacob's afraid, man. They've been seeing the things that we've been saying is coming true, and they're afraid, man. Hold on, let me check this camera real quick. Alright, gotta make sure this camera stay on. But at the end of the day, Jake is afraid, man. That's all it is. Jake is seeing these things happening, and they don't want anything to do with it. They don't want anything to do with it, man. They just like, damn, because they already know they've been doing the mocking. They've been doing the scoffing. They've been doing all these different things and everything like that, man. They've been doing these different things, and they're afraid that they're finally going to have to be a part of these things that we said is going to come to pass. And, hey, you are going to have to be a part of it, man. You are going to have to be a part of it. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 3. It says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all these things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. This is what they're saying right now. They're like, where's your Lord? There are a lot of Jakes out here don't even believe that the Lord is actually going to come back and be in his glory. They don't even believe that. They be like, oh, you trying to tell me that the Lord is going to come back on a UFO and do all these different things and shoot fire out of his mouth and everything? Yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen, man. It's written. Like I said, blessed is he that readeth. I should probably change this. I should probably change this title of this video into that, man. Blessed is he that readeth. All you got to do is just read, man. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 5. And it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number for the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he had raised himself a great mountain, and flew upon it. Now you got to ask yourself, can a mountain fly? Can a mountain fly? What is it speaking about, man? You go to Mount Everest, you go to Grand Canyons, whatever the place where that got mountains. You go to these different places, can they lift themselves off the ground? No, man. So this is speaking about something else. And they said to subdue the man that flew upon it. So there's going to be a great man that's going to be upon this mountain that's flying. Let's keep reading. But it says, but I will have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him was so afraid and yet durst fight. And why were they afraid? Because they saw the power and the glory of the Lord. They saw Yahushua. He's going to be the one that's taller than every man on the earth. Yahushua, when he comes back, he's going to look and feel like a God, man. You're going to feel his presence when he come back. We're going to see the actual skies crack. We're going to see the skies crack open. We're going to see the different colors and the power and the lightning and whatever it is. We're going to experience that, man. And this is going to happen while World War III is full blown. They said, and they was afraid, but they durst fight, because the Most High is going to put the spirit upon these different soldiers in that time of World War III to fight the Lord. When the Lord comes back, he's going to be so powerful, he's going to stop a literal war, man. Everybody's going to stop in the middle of what they doing. Russia over here trying to mess up America, America over here trying to mess up Russia, so forth and so on. And then after that, what's going to happen? They're going to stop shooting. They're going to be like, man, what the hell? And they're going to be like, man, like I say, they're going to be afraid because they know what it is. A lot of these people, you know, of these governments and everything like that, they know what it is. They setting it up now. That's why they got those space stations called Dragon and everything like that, man. Because they know who they are and they know what they're coming for. They know what they're setting up these things for, man. So at the end of the day, this is what's getting ready to happen, man. And like I said, how is these things going to happen if this place is already destroyed? And it says, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, this is verse 9, 2nd Ezra 13 and 9, he said, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest. So there you go. So when the Lord comes back, like I said, he's not even going to lift up a finger, man. He's going to be using the power that the Most High Yahweh gave him. His spiritual power. Yahushua's power. You already know his power is going to be the greatest thing that we've ever seen, man. This is why they're going to be afraid, man. Because when they actually see Yahushua in action, they're going to be like, man, we fucked up. Kind of like, when you watch Dave Chappelle, that one skit where he was going through the different times of the presidents and everything, he was like, man, Nixon is fucking up. And then he got to the end when he got into slavery, and he looked at the change and like, man, I fucked up. That's going to be the same spirit that these people who going to be fighting World War III, that's the spirit that they're going to be in, man. They're going to be looking like, man, what are we doing? They're going to be like, what are we doing? They're like, man, we've been preparing for this for all of this time. And now when they actually see the Lord in action, they're going to be like, we actually really finna try to take the Lord down? They already know they're going to die, man. They're going to die. And like I said, that's going to be the beauty of it too. Because like I said, Yahushua and the angels are going to help take down this place. We waiting for this, man. We are waiting for this. Because we getting tired of this shit, man. We getting tired of being here, period. Every time I get on my damn phone, all you see is, man, twerk video this. Man, females, look at my thighs, that. Let me dance in front of the camera so I can get views. Yeah, I'm a millionaire off OnlyFans, but I don't want to tell nobody what I do, but I'll go ahead and do it anyway. You know, going outside of this, looking at the throughness of people, the conversations that they having. You know, everybody complaining about gas this and gas that or whatever and everything like that. Not seeing that this place is getting ready to crumble, but they still living deliciously and having fun as if nothing is getting ready to happen. What type of shit is that, man? This shit really pisses you off when you really walk outside and just embrace life right now, man. It really pisses you off. But at the end of the day, we get a chance to woosah because what? What we read earlier in Isaiah 33 and 6. We remember these scriptures and we remember that we're actually living in the midst of prophecy, man. In the midst of it. Let's go back to Matthew 24. We're going to go back to Matthew 24, man. Let's continue to read down. It says, this is verse 9. And it says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. And you shall be, you know what, hold on. Alright, now we back. I gotta make sure that camera stay on point. Only lets you record for so long. But anyway, this is Matthew 24:9, and it says, "Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many." And we seeing that a lot now, of course. Starting with your regular Christians, your Buddhists, and everything like that, your Jehovah's Witness, all the way up into the Israelites that's out here. You know, these different camps that's teaching these different doctrines, telling you that it's okay to have sex on the Sabbath, telling you that the MOTB is not the charagma, okay? Telling you that you can go out and make rap videos and everything like that because Israel needs different music to listen to. So instead of listening to the world music, I'll make music for you and everything like that. But within the videos, you're throwing up gang signs, you're wearing all black, doing all these different things, man. Pretty much looking like a regular rapper from the world. You don't look like a presence of the Lord, man. You don't look like you're representing the Lord at all. You look like you represent the hood that you came from with fringes on. Which is an idiot, man. Which is an idiot. You're not for the Lord. But anyway, these different people are going to be out here. And then we seeing that. We living through it right now, man. Then it says in verse 12, and it says, "Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." And that's what we're getting ready to experience as well. The love of many are going to wax cold. We're getting ready to see a lot of betrayal. A lot of people that people thought that they were close to, we getting ready to see them not want to be around them anymore, man. They're going to be like, look, this person got money. This person got food. If we go over there and do this. Well, really in that day, people are not going to be thinking about money. I'll bring this up before too. Because, you know, I played video games and everything like that. And I played the one game. What's the show that's out? Well, it was out. It's a scary show. Walking Dead. There you go. They got a video game with that, and pretty much within that video game, they allow you to live through the zombie apocalypse and everything like that. And then you know, there's another video games as well, like Last of Us. If any of you all play them, you know they show you within those times, people you know walking down the streets, everything's destroyed. You know, a lot of bodies on the ground. This and that or whatever, so forth and so on. Then they go into these different buildings and everything like that, and they can find literally, man, bricks of money. You know, they can find all the money in the world, but people walk past it. Because during those times, it's not going to be needed. People not going to be going to the stores, man. That regular money is not even going to be used because everybody's going to have the charagma around that time. Everything's going to be digital. Okay, everything's gonna be digital. So here it is, walking to these abandoned buildings, and they trying to find, you know, they're not trying to look for money. They over there trying to find food, water, you know, medical kits, this, that, you know, so forth and so on. They looking for those things so they can move on to the next area that they, you know, exploring or trying to get to. That's how it's gonna be, man. People not gonna be thinking about money in that time, man. They're just gonna be thinking about survival, and that's why the love of many is gonna wax cold. We saw that. What was that, last year, the year before? When everybody was getting the stimulus checks, then that one Jake family literally killed, they killed for the stimulus checks. I think what they said, like 5 people died? 5 people got shot up because everybody was arguing over a stimulus check, man. Over $1,400. $1,400. You know how quick that money can go? You know how quick, man, come on, man. Like I said, if you got rent and all that, you know, you over here, you pay, your rent price $600, $700, $800. Man, that's more than half of that money gone already. And you already know Jay got kids out here. Then you got to go get food, man, that money was gone. But that's how it's going to be, though, because somebody that doesn't have anything, they're going to start to become what? Desperate. They're going to get desperate. So it's going to get to the point where people are literally just going to be like, look, man, I can't take this no more. Them demons, man. Them demons gonna be taking over people's minds, man. They gonna be taking over people's minds to the fullest. And then after that, man, we gonna start seeing it, man. We gonna see it. We gonna hear it. You know, that's why it says, you know, man, women are not gonna have protectors or helpers in that day because a lot of these women are already single. Okay? The men are going to be afraid as well. It speaks about that. Men are going to be afraid. They're going to be walking down the street hoping nothing happens to them. And this is why we say, man, this is why we need that Psalms 91, man. Verse 13, it says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So this is what we need to be doing right now. We need to be occupied in prophecies. You know, that's really been on my mind a lot. That occupied prophecy, that's been on my mind a lot lately. Because we living through it, man. So what else we gonna do? What else we gonna do? Yeah, we have our free time, you know, to watch TV shows or to do this or to do that, or you may want to go to a restaurant and eat for a little bit, or, you know, whatever you like to do in your free time, you know. But at the end of the day, once that's over, what you really gonna do? All you're gonna do is this, man. You're gonna sit down somewhere, and the first thing that's gonna pop in your mind is these scriptures. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is gonna pop in your mind, man. That's the only thing you should be thinking about, really. Because we in a time of judgment. Man, I remember the brother from Alaska. He said something that was deep, man. Somebody was asking him a question about something, and he was just like, "Look, man, we're in a time where the Lord is getting ready to judge the earth." And you know, and I was looking at it from, you know, when he was telling somebody who didn't even know about the scriptures. You know, when you really just look at somebody who has concern, but they don't know what's going on, and they ask somebody who understands, and you just hear those words and just like, look, man, the Lord about to judge this place. He's about to slay a lot of people. That's for me hearing that and seeing that. I'm just like, shit, man. This is about to happen. This is about to happen. But like I said, we don't want it to happen to us. So we having to endure until the end. We got to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Let's get Romans chapter 1. And we're going to go to, let's start at 13. And it says, now I would not have you ignorant, brethren, that oftentimes I purpose to come unto you, but was let hitherto, that I might have some fruit among you also, even as among other Gentiles. I am debtor both to the Greeks and to the barbarians, both to the wise and to the unwise. So, as much in me is, I am ready to preach the gospel to you that are at Rome also. I always got to be ready to bring out this word, man. And then it says, for I am not ashamed of the gospel of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, which you should not. You should not be ashamed to bring out this word, man. You should not be ashamed to go out on them highways and the byways and put your garments on, man. You should not be ashamed to represent the Lord. Okay? This is the job that really everybody would want to do. Imagine, you know, if the Lord was actually here. He was like, yeah, man, I want you to go out and bring out my word. I want you to go and do this work, man. A lot of people be like, oh, okay, yeah. You know how Jake would be wilding out. Yeah, God told me to go and do this, man. Yeah, I'm on it. When you really think about it, this is a privilege, man. This is a blessing. This is why we need to be thankful and grateful that the Most High put the Spirit upon us to understand this. Okay? So we always ready to go out there and do what we need to do. We're not ashamed to do it. We don't care if you believe this or not. We know it's coming true. And Jake know it too. They know what we're saying is true, but like I said, they just want to have that pride stick in the back of their mind, man. It says, for it is the power of the Most High unto salvation to everyone that believe it too, to the Jew first and also to the Greek. All right? And you know, this is not a scripture where you can be like, see, man, the Lord loves everybody. No, man. The Lord doesn't love everybody. These are Gentile foreigners, man. We were all foreigners at one point, you know. We were all calling ourselves black. We were all calling ourselves Hispanic. We were all calling ourselves Native Americans, you know, Jamaican, you know, whatever it is, man. We were all calling ourselves this at one point. We were living according to the way that this world taught us to live in it, okay? But when we came into this truth, we came out of that mindset, okay? Now we're starting to live according to the way that we know that we're supposed to, coming back to our heritage. But let's keep going. Verse 17. Because this is the point. It says, but therein is the righteousness of the Most High revealed from faith to faith. As it is written, the just shall live by faith. Okay? This is what we're going to live by. We're going to live by faith. This is all we got, man. This is all we got. All we have is faith. like I said, man, we got to be on that Book of Eli move, real talk. Like, we got to be out there, you know. People ask you, man, where you going? Shit, I don't know. I'm walking by faith. I'm just, man, Spirit got me walking this way, so I'm just going to walk. You know, it is what it is. You know, within that movie, they showed you that he was able to find food. It was bullshit food. You know, he over here killing cats and ducks or whatever the case may be, you know, eating that. But at the end of the day, it did show you, he was just like, look, man, you know, he went on faith. He just kept walking. Whenever he got into situations, of course, you know, they showcase him with the great fighting skills and everything like that. And ultimately, the elect will have that same, you know, abilities, because the elect is going to have the spiritual power. That's going to be another way, you know, for Jake to maneuver throughout these times. You part of the elect. All right, but at the end of the day, they showed you, hey, he was just walking, didn't have no food, didn't have nothing, but he always somehow made it to a place that had water, made it to a place where he was able to hear and be like, it's an animal around, and find that food and do what he got to do. It's going to be the same way for us, Lord willing, man. Lord willing, you know, when we out there, we got to do what we got to do. The Most High is going to have something happen to where we can find that food. And I remember, man, I'll never forget. And I remember a brother was saying too, he was like, man, just imagine we find some food and then it multiplies in front of you like Yahushua did. You know, we found the fish and the bread, break it, and man, it just made all kinds of it just came out. It was so much they actually had leftovers after they just had just a little bit. That can happen to us. Imagine that happening to us, man. We get some food, we like, oh, okay, cool. We close our eyes, we bless the food, and next thing you know, it's just piled up. You know, whatever it is. If we found fish, it's just like, it went from this to this. Got bread, went from this to this. You know, had some water, and went from this to this point where you just saw water all around you. You didn't hear anything. You didn't hear anything. You didn't see anything. But you open your eyes and look at what you had. You'll be like, oh, snap. The Most High might be dealing with us. I mean, hey, if you see something like that, you have to really believe that the Most High dealing with you then. You just saw a miracle happen right in front of your eyes. So this is the type of thing that we need to have in the back of our mind. We need to expect these things. For real, though. So, like, yeah, we need to expect these things to happen. We can't just be like, man, I hope it happens to me. You're going to be lacking faith, man. You're going to be lacking. We ain't trying to lack. We ain't trying to lack. We trying to be out here representing the Most High, man. You know, that's what we supposed to do. So the judge is going to live by faith. We're going to go out there and we're going to live according to the way that we know that we supposed to, man. Let's get 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 9. And it says, this is a faithful saying and worthy of all acceptation. For therefore we both labor and suffer reproach, because we trust in the living power, who is the Savior of all men, especially of those that believe. See? Man, it's all about belief. It's all about belief. And then it says, these things command and teach. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word and conversation and charity and spirit and faith and purity. Okay? We're supposed to be an example to the people that's coming into this thing, you know, brand new. You know, because at the end of the day, there's gonna be a large awakening at the end. Because just like it says, at midnight, you know, at midnight, there's gonna be a lot of Israelites that's gonna wake up at the very last minute. You know, at the very last minute, we're gonna see a lot of Jakes that's gonna be like, man, okay, I need to get right. You're gonna see a lot of Jakes start calling upon Yahweh Bashem, Yahushua, and you know, that great multitude is gonna be saved, man, along with the 144,000. All right, we're gonna see a lot of Jakes wake up at the very last minute, man. So right now, what we supposed to do? We supposed to be examples for the people. You know, go out there and stand boldly for the names of Yahweh Bashem, Yahushua, man. We supposed to go out there and do this, man. You know, no matter what people say or think about us, they look at us like we crazy. So what, man? We believe this, man. We know that these things are getting ready to go down. Verse 13, it says, till I come, give attendance to reading. Like I said, I may have to change it. I may have to change the title. It said, give attendance to reading. It says to exhortation, to doctrine. Okay? You gotta listen to the different brothers. Listen to what they actually saying. Pay attention, man. We understand that Jake has a short mind, what they call that? Not short mindset, or they lack patience. It's leaving me. Whatever. We a short attention span. There you go. Attention span. They really can't pay attention to things that long. So brothers been saying, we only make videos for a short amount of time, so then that way Jay can listen to the whole thing. But then sometimes, man, the spirit can get on brother, man, and he could be long with it, man. And sometimes it's needed. Because it might be a day where Jay just may be sitting there, don't have shit to do, and next thing he turn on the video, he may not pay attention for the whole time, but he may come back in the room and then hear something that the brother said after that video been on for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then they'll grab their attention again. You never know, man. The Most High have things set up for a reason. So when the spirit come out and the video may be long, it's all good. Like I said, man, something can happen to the point where you can actually still hear what the brother is saying within that thing, man. But at the same time, we have to be attentive to these exhortations and to the doctrine, the correct doctrine. Verse 14, it says, neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on of the hands of the presbytery. Meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. Okay, we trying to bring in fruit. We're trying to bring in fruit, man. We're trying to bring in believers. We're fishing out the elect. Okay, and that's what the Most High made us. That's what Yahweh made us. He made us fishers. I mean, not fishers, fishermen. He made us fishermen to go out there and catch the elect, man. He said we're going to go out there and catch men. The scriptures, when you read that, don't get it twisted, though. When you read that scripture and it says catch men, and speaking about false prophets and so forth, and bringing in different men or whatever to go off, But I'm just saying that as far as, what we're doing right now spiritually. So when it comes to this is what we're doing. We're bringing in the elect, so then that way the elect can be sealed and we can get up out of here. Because like I said, the only way that we can get up out of here is if the elect is sealed. Okay? And then that's when the destruction is going to come, man. That's when Jacob's trouble is going to begin. I can get that real quick. Revelation 7. And it started 2, when it says, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the service of our power in their foreheads. And then when you read down, it goes to the 12,000 from each tribe. And then, like I said, after the 12,000 from each tribe, then it goes to the great multitude that was saved out of different peoples, kindreds, nations, and tongues. All right? The great multitude. And that's, when you think about it, that's going to be a lot of people too. But that shows you how large we are of a people, man. It's like when you read Hosea 1 and 10. It's Hosea chapter 1 verse 10. It says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it said unto them, you are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, you are the sons of the living power. It's a lot of us, man. And like I said, it's a lot of us that you could just recognize as far as, skin color goes. But, it's a lot of us that look like the heathen nations. It's a lot of us that look like them. And it's and we're all within that, man. Okay? So at the end of the day, there's gonna be a lot of us that's gonna be saved, but at the end of the day, when you think about it too, man, it's a lot of us to the point where 2/3 of our people are gonna have to be destroyed. And that always equaled up to about 67% of us that's not gonna make it, man. It's written, Zechariah 13 and 8. 66 to 67% are not gonna make it because first of all, they didn't want to acknowledge this truth. They didn't want to come into it. They didn't want to believe us. They mocking against the Lord, so forth and so on, man. So they're not going to believe. So they're going to have to pay for their unbelief. Okay? Like I said, there's a lot of jakes that still just want to live according to the way that they feel is right. Okay? But the scripture tell you the heart deceives you. You can't live according to the way you feel. You trying to tell me the Most High created all of this earth, all of this universe, all of these people, these different personalities, you got these different This technology, this knowledge, all of these things. He brought us down here and everything like that to live on the earth, but he's not gonna leave us not one clue on how to be. You trying to tell me that, man, oh, the Bible was translated so many times. It's translated so many times. I really can't believe it. We really can't figure out what the Most High's name is. We really can't believe what's written in these scriptures because people have been changing the words up for this amount of time. You trying to tell me the Most High didn't know that these times were coming? He told us these times was coming. So you trying to tell me, like I said, he's not going to leave not one clue on how we're supposed to be and how we're supposed to prepare for what's getting ready to come at all. He just gonna leave us down here assed out. That's what you're trying to tell me, man. That's how silly you Jake sound when you say I'm just gonna do things according to the way I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna believe in him the way I'm gonna believe in him. What kind of shit is that, man? You don't do that. You don't do that. You look for him for guidance. And this is the guidance, the scriptures. All you gotta do is just read it. When you read it, you'll be alright, man. But let's continue. It says that in the place where it said unto them, you are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, you are the sons of the living power. And that's exactly what's happening right now. The great awakening of the Israelites. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are starting to realize who they are. And, you know, and it's making Esau afraid, man. Hold on. Alright, and it's making him, like I said, it's making him afraid. He's getting to the point where he's like literally, you know, that Revelation 12 and 12 got to kick in. He's going to bring that great wrath because he knows that he has but a short time. Alright? So he's getting ready to do this because he's starting to see these things happening. He's seeing us go out on the highways and the byways. He's seeing us condemning this place through the Spirit. And he don't like it, man. He wanted this thing to run smoothly. But it's not going according to his plan. This is going according to Yahweh Shai's plan, man. This is going to the way that he wants it to go. Okay? And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it, man. You have no control, man. Esau got so prideful to the point where he literally thinks that the things that he's orchestrating and bringing out is of him. It's not of you, man. But this is Hebrews 11 and 1. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtained a good report. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. So this is what, like I said, going back to the whole thing of this is faith, man. We have faith in something that we have not seen. But we can see it within our minds, man. We have the spirit to understand. We have the spirit to understand that Yahweh Shai is getting ready to come back. He's getting ready to come back in his glory, come back on the chariots with the angels, with Michael, the archangel, 144,000 about to receive that power. We about to see this place being taken down, and then we getting ready to go home. You know, no more living in captivity, being oppressed, being depressed. You know, people having anxiety and all these different things, man. We're going to be in the new bodies. We believe this is going to happen. And the reason we believe this is because when you look at the world, man, the world has been so much in a dark state that it's just like, man, we have to believe this when you really think about it. This is our hope. This is our hope. We like, man, so there is something greater than what the world is telling us. When you look at the different movies and everything like that, you know, the different superhero movies and, you know, like I said, the video games or the TV shows or whatever, you see all these great things that they do in these movies. You know, you be like, man, I wish I can do that for real. Especially, you know, when you're a kid, you know, you look at all these different things, you be like, man, I wish I could actually do these things. But then you come to reality, you just be like, man, we in these weak bodies. And I remember talking about this with somebody before, too. Before I came into the truth, we was just like, man, how come, you know, our bodies are so frail? You know, you think about the skin and you know, our bones and everything. We just like, man, we are really weak people. You know, we really can't endure anything. And we already know the reason why now, you know, all these different, the air and the water and the food and the medications and stuff that's out here is breaking us down. You know, these bodies are superbly weak. You know, I remember having this conversation. It's like, man, you know, I feel like we should be more than this, you know. But we are going to be more than this, man. Our bodies are going to be changed. Our bodies are going to be changed, man. And what? And guess what? We believe in that. We believe in this, man. Hold on, let me find it. I know it's either it's 1 Corinthians or 2 Corinthians. No, I think this is it right here. 1 Corinthians 15. Yeah, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, and I start at 50. It says, "Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality." So we never gonna die. When we get into those new bodies, Lord willing, if we part of the elect, we get beamed up into the chariots, our body's gonna be changed that fast. That's how powerful the Most High is, man. Because like you said, you gotta remember, we're gonna get beamed up quick because the missiles are gonna be shot over here. So it's gonna be zoom, zoom, zoom. And within that twinkling of an eye, showing you, within you just blinking, that's how we're gonna be in brand new God-like bodies, man. This is our hope, man. This is what we want, man. You know, no more, being weak, no more being human. It says we are gods, but we shall die like men, right? I don't want to be human no more. I'm getting tired of being human, man. I'm getting ready to be, I'm ready to be a god, man. I'm ready to be out here ruling the earth beside the 144,000 and Yahweh and King David. I want to be part of that, man. I really do. Like they always say, man, great power comes great responsibility. Hey, I want the responsibility, man. When Yahweh go out and come in my face and tell me to go do something, tell me do this, do that, you have control over this area, you got control over this area, this and that, man. Tell me to do something, hey, man, I'm going to do it, man. Just like right now. He telling us through the Spirit to go out and bring out this word. Man, I'm going to do it, man. I ain't got nothing else to do. You know how many days just be sitting in the living room, just be looking at TV or whatever, doing whatever you're going to do, and you still just be feeling miserable? You just be like, man, we still here? Man, we ready to live throughout Jacob's trouble. At least we go through something exciting. At least we get ready to see some miracles, see the Lord come back. Yeah, it's going to be devastating. We're going to have to see some things and go through some things, because some of us going to be in prison. Some of us going to be on a run the whole time. Some of us going to become martyrs, whatever the case may be. But, hey, whatever. At least we know when that time comes, we know that the Lord is definitely shortly on the way, man. Hold on. Okay, let me get ready to wrap it up. Yeah, let me get ready to wrap it up. But you know what? I'll wrap it up with that. Let me get one more scripture, because some stuff just came up out of nowhere. But here it is, man. But this is what we got to do, man. We just got to continue to do what we need to do for Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and we'll be all right, man. We'll be all right. So let's get let me see. No, I don't want to get that one, because we just read that one in Matthew. Let's get 1 Corinthians 13:7, and we'll end it with that. It says, "Beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things." Okay, so this is what we do, man. We got to make sure that we endure through everything that we know is going on right now, man. All right, we got to do what we got to do for Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and we'll be all good, man. So, hey, it got cut shorter than I wanted it to be, but it's all through the Spirit. It's all good. So, hey, man, I hope this is edifying. So with that, I'm gonna say, call Halayim Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai B'Hashem Rachaa Quadash. Double honor to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aqua that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazah, I'll be back on another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.